today we're diving into the fascinating world of Cane Corso eyes.
Specifically, that whole why are they sometimes red
Yeah.
thing. We're not just talking like basic dog eye care here. We're getting into the nuances of this majestic breed.
Yeah,
Expert speaker ready to decode some serious canine ocular secrets.
absolutely. Cane Corsos have those incredibly expressive eyes, but
As any Corso owner knows, that expressiveness sometimes comes with a side of redness.
yeah,
And while sometimes it's totally normal,
okay.
it can also be our biggest clue that something's up.
It's like they're trying to tell us something,
Right,
but with those soulful looks instead of words.
exactly.
So let's start with what's considered typical for a Cane Corso.
Okay.
You'll often hear folks talk about their naturally red-tinted eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's true, those droopy eyelids, as charming as they are,
Yeah.
tend to expose the conjunctiva more than in other breeds.
The conjunctiva being,
Right, sorry. It's that pinkish tissue that lines the inside of the eyelid.
okay.
We've got it too. So sometimes that reddish hue is just the conjunctiva peeking through.
Not necessarily a cause for alarm, but,
Yeah.
and this is key for any Corso owner, it's also what makes them more prone to certain eye issues.
Okay, so their signature look comes with some extra considerations. It's like high maintenance eyes for a very loyal companion.
That's a great way to put it. And one of the biggest things to be aware of with Cane Corsos is allergies.
Allergies, really. More so than with other breeds.
Well, allergies are common in dogs in general,
Sure.
but Cane Corsos, because they're brachycephalic, meaning they have those short, flat snouts, are even more sensitive to irritants.
So it's like their adorable squishy faces come with a slight design flaw?
You could say that. Those flatter faces with the eyes more prominent.
Yeah.
I mean, things like dust, pollen, even grass, it all has easier access. And those droopy eyelids,
Uh-oh.
they trap those allergens like nobody's business.
Okay, so vigilant allergy awareness is key.
Mm-hmm.
What should owners be watching out for specifically?
Redness, of course, is a big one, but also look for any squinting, excessive tearing, pawing at the eyes, basically any signs of discomfort.
And I'm guessing these allergies can be triggered by all sorts of things, right?
You name it. Seasonal allergens like pollen are common culprits,
Right.
but it could be dust mites,
Oh, yeah.
mold, even certain cleaning products you use around the house.
So it's about playing detective in your own home, too.
Right.
Are there specific types of allergies that Cane Corsos are more prone to?
Not necessarily specific types,
Okay.
but food allergies can be tricky.
Okay.
You might see itchy skin or ear problems first,
Right.
but those red, watery eyes are often part of the reaction too.
So it's not always as clear-cut as, say, a human having a peanut allergy.
Exactly. It's often more about chronic irritation than a sudden severe reaction.
Right.
So if you're noticing those recurring symptoms, definitely talk to your vet about food allergies.
And I'm guessing those regular vet checkups are even more important for a breed like this, right?
Absolutely. A vet can help pinpoint those allergy triggers and recommend solutions,
Whether it's medication.
special diets,
Right.
or just some environmental tweaks at home.
Okay, so we've covered allergies, which, once you identify the trigger, are manageable.
Right.
But what about other reasons for those red eyes? What about infections?
Right. Good point. Infections are another common culprit.
Okay.
And just like with allergies, those droopy eyelids can play a role because that area tends to trap moisture.
Uh-oh.
It creates the perfect breeding ground for bacteria.
Oh, no. Not ideal. So we're talking about, like, eye infections specifically, not just general dog eye goop.
Right. Conjunctivitis, which you might know is pink eye, is pretty common in dogs,
Mm-hmm.
and Cane Corsos are no exception.
Okay, so conjunctivitis in dogs, is that the same pink eye that we humans get? Because I vaguely remember that from childhood,
Wow.
and it was not fun.
It's very similar. You'll see those classic signs in your Cane Corso, too.
Okay.
Redness, some swelling, maybe even a bit of discharge. It can be caused by bacteria, viruses,
Right.
even those same irritants we talked about with allergies.
So same symptoms, different possible causes. That's why just playing Dr. Google is never a good idea, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially with Cane Corsos, because those droopy eyes can make it tricky to tell what you're dealing with. A vet can determine if it's bacterial,
Okay.
viral, or something else entirely.
And I'm guessing the treatment will vary depending on the cause.
Absolutely. Bacterial conjunctivitis might require antibiotic eye drops,
Okay.
while viral infections usually just need to run their course,
Oh.
kind of like with the human common cold.
So watchful waiting, but with a vet's guidance. Now, beyond allergies and those more common infections, I know we wanted to talk about something a bit more serious. Glaucoma. I feel like I've heard that term thrown around a lot.
Right.
But to be honest, I don't really understand what it is.
It's definitely something Cane Corso owners should be aware of.
Right.
And you're right, it sounds scarier than those other conditions we've discussed.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so let's break it down. What exactly is glaucoma, and what makes it so concerning, especially for this breed?
So imagine the eye like a tire. Inside, there's a certain amount of pressure, and when that pressure gets too high, it's like overinflating the tire.
Okay.
That's essentially what happens with glaucoma. The fluid inside the eye doesn't drain properly,
Right.
causing pressure to build up.
And that pressure, that's what's damaging the eye.
Exactly. That increased pressure damages the optic nerve,
Okay.
which is like the eye's cable connecting it to the brain.
Gotcha.
And sadly, cane corsos are predisposed to certain types of glaucoma.
Particularly a form called primary closed-angle glaucoma.
Closed-angle glaucoma, is that different from other types?
It is, in simple terms.
Okay.
It's where the drainage angle in the eye becomes blocked very suddenly,
Oh.
causing a rapid and painful increase in pressure.
Ouch, that sounds awful.
Yeah.
So with cane corsos, it's not just about being aware of glaucoma in general, but specifically this closed angle type.
Exactly. And that's why those regular eye checks from your vet are so crucial.
Right.
Early detection can make all the difference with glaucoma.
Okay, so vigilance is key. What should owners be looking out for between vet visits? What are some red flags, so to speak?
Well, redness, again, can be a sign,
Okay.
although it's often a later symptom. One of the first things you might notice is a cloudy appearance to the eye,
Okay.
kind of like a bluish haze.
Okay, that's definitely not something you'd want to miss. What else?
Because glaucoma is so painful,
Right.
your Cane Corso might squint or paw at their eye more than usual.
Mm-hmm.
They might also become more sensitive to light, shying away from bright areas.
So changes in their normal behavior, even subtle ones, could be a sign.
Absolutely. And if you ever notice your Cane Corso's eye looking enlarged or bulging, that's an emergency situation.
Yeah.
It means the pressure is dangerously high,
Oh, gosh.
and you need to get him to a vet immediately.
This is really starting to hit home how important it is to be proactive with Cane Corso's eye care.
I can't emphasize that enough.
Yeah.
With a breed like this, being informed and observant can truly get the difference between your dog living a long, healthy life
Yeah.
and potentially losing their vision.
It's a lot of responsibility, but they're so worth it.
Mm.
Okay, so we've talked about what to watch out for. But what about proactive measures? What can owners do on a daily basis to keep those Cane Corso eyes healthy and bright?
That's a great question. And it's actually more straightforward than you might think.
Hmm.
Well, remember how we talked about those droopy eyelids trapping allergens and moisture?
Right.
Keeping that area clean is huge.
Okay, so we're talking specifically about like those adorable eye folds. What's the best way to clean those without freaking out my Corso?
A little gentle persuasion goes a long way.
Right.
Seriously, though, most Cane Corsos will tolerate it with some patience and positive reinforcement.
Okay.
Use a damp, soft cloth or a pet-safe wipe. Nothing harsh or irritating.
Right.
And gently wipe away any gunk or debris from around the eyelids.
It's like a mini spa day for your pup. I can get behind that. Are there any special wipes that you recommend, or are generic ones from the pet store fine?
Honestly, generic ones are usually fine.
Yeah.
Just make sure they're specifically formulated for eyes and free of any harsh chemicals or perfumes.
Gotcha.
Some people also swear by using a little diluted chamomile tea as it's naturally soothing.
Oh, that's a good one. I'm all about those natural remedies. What about their diet? We talked about food allergies, but are there any general guidelines for supporting eye health through nutrition?
This is so important.
Yeah.
Just like with us, what they eat directly impacts their eye health.
Right.
A high-quality dog food with meat as the first ingredient is key.
Okay.
And talk to your vet about supplements.
Supplements like vitamins for their eyes?
Exactly. Omega-3 fatty acids are amazing for supporting eye health in general,
Right.
and there are even specific formulas for dogs prone to dry eye.
Wow. Who knew there was so much to learn about dog eye care? It's like a whole hidden world.
Right. And we've only just scratched the surface.
Yeah.
But even just implementing these basic things,
Right.
keeping those eye folds clean,
Mm-hmm.
feeding them a healthy diet,
Right.
those regular vet checkups, it can make a world of difference for your Cane Corso.
It really highlights how much those regular vet visits matter. It's tempting to think, oh, my dog seems fine, and skip a year.
Right.
But it sounds like that's a big no-no, especially with this breed.
I cannot stress this enough.
Okay.
Those annual checkups, or even twice a year for older Corsos or those with pre-existing conditions, are non-negotiable.
Wow.
A vet can spot subtle changes that we as owners might miss.
Early detection is everything, right? Like what might seem like a minor thing now could escalate quickly if it's not caught early.
Exactly. And with a breed as prone to eye issues as Cane Corsos, it's always better to err on the side of caution.
I think that's a great takeaway. Be informed,
Mhm.
be observant,
Yeah,
and don't hesitate to reach out to your vet with any concerns. They've seen it all and can offer the best guidance for your furry friend.
absolutely. And remember,
There's a whole community of fellow Cane Corso owners and experts out there who've been in your shoes.
right.
Don't be afraid to ask questions,
Mhm.
share experiences, and support each other.
There's something so empowering about being part of a community that gets it right. Knowing you're not alone in those, wait, is this normal moments?
Exactly. And that shared knowledge and support, combined with proactive care, that's how we help our Cane Corsos live their healthiest, happiest lives.
And that is what the deep dive is all about. Today, you've learned about the unique beauty and potential challenges of Cane Corso eyes, and most importantly, how to keep them healthy. But remember, this is just the beginning.
Keep learning, keep asking questions, and never underestimate the power of observation when it comes to your furry friend's well-being.
You've got this. Until next time, keep exploring, keep diving deep, and keep those tails wagging.